Welcome to Hit the Zone. I'm here at Redzone X with Matt. Today we're going to work on one of my favorite muscles actually. I love core and abs.
Yes.
So we're going to do 3 moves?
3 moves today. Okay. Well, kind of 4 because you got a couple sides to do.
Okay. Yeah. So what's the first one?
First one I want to do is like a side plank variation. So it's going to be a little bit tougher, and I'll show you ways to make it easier or harder. But we're going to start with that. So I'm going to get you down on the ground. So we're going to do side plank position.
You need a mat and a bench, but
something just to protect the elbow because sometimes the ground is a little bit too hard for people. So usually on the side plank, people just go off the floor.
Right.
Okay, but we're going to make it a little tougher.
Okay, good.
So you're going to scooch down. I want the feet to go up on a step, just like that. And she's going to go up into that side plank. What she's going to want to do is she's going to push her butt up. There we go. And she's going to keep that torso in line. So you're going to push your hips forward a little bit, Jen, and you're going to hold that position there. So all this step's doing is making it a little bit tougher and putting more pressure into her obliques.
Does it matter what I do with this arm?
You can put it up if you want. I mean, hip is fine with me, but if you want a little bit tougher, just like that.
Oh, this is tougher.
Yeah, there we go.
And you should be feeling it here?
Absolutely, all the way down that side into the hip. You might get a little bit of pressure in the leg just because the body's stacked up like that. And her shoulder, so if we drew a straight line from her hands all the way down to that elbow, it should be nice and straight, which it is.
So Matt, for this one, all you need is a band and something to anchor it to.
Yes, so we're going to use, again, we're going to use another resistance band for this one. This is the lightest resistance that we have. Obviously, to make it harder, you'd go heavier. If you don't have a band, you can use a cable machine, and I'll show that kind of after we do this.
Okay.
Okay, so all Jan's going to do, she's going to loop her hands in. So she's going to cross her fingers, loop her hands. There we go. So what she wants to make sure of with this band is that she's straight out from this post.
Straight arms?
Straight arms. Elbows are not going to bend. She's going to keep everything 90 degrees. So walk out a little bit to me, Jen. And now she's going to just try and hold that band in center for 20 to 30 seconds.
You wouldn't think that you'd feel this in your abs.
No, but another function of the ab is for anti-rotation, right? And that's what this is doing. This is really pulling her, so let go a little bit, resist. That's pulling her this way. So when she corrects, to hold that, that's going to fire the ab muscles as well as wrap around the hip and into the lower back. So if you don't have a band, you can also use a cable machine for this one. So it's going to be the same idea, except now she wants to be square from here. So obviously there's no resistance here, so she's got to move out with her feet a little bit. So now see how she's got to pull with the abs over?
Wow.
Now sit up nice and tall, Jen, no shrugging, no slouching. So now she's just going to hold that. So now as the band had band resistance, now you have weight stack resistance through the cable.
And you can make it much harder.
You can, yeah. And then we could also, press it out, bring it into your chest, and press straight out, which makes it a little bit harder, okay? So the last one we're gonna do is called the medicine ball pull-in. Okay, so it's a little different than the first two. This one you're actually gonna be moving and doing what we typically think of an ab move is with a crunch for the torso. Okay. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna lay down. So I'm gonna start with the medicine ball. Jan's got a 15-pound medicine ball. You guys can start with 10, work up 20, 25 pounds, depending on how many reps we're doing. So that's gonna start overhead. So the most important part of this is she has to be in that long extended position. So she wants to feel a stretch in those abs as she's laying down. Feel it?
Yeah.
Good.
I do.
So now what Jan's gonna do, so 1 rep would be considered that ball touching her ankle. So as she crunches in, she's gonna go right over top of that knee to touch the ankle. That would be 1. And then that would also be 1, because we gotta do both sides now, right? So extend fully. You wanna keep those elbows straight all the way down. Crunch in, squeezing those abs as she comes in for that ball to touch the ankle.
And how many of these should we be doing?
Anywhere between 8 to 12 is usually a good starting point for that, because obviously you can do more weight with that ball, but if it's at the end of a circuit like this, you probably should be pretty fatigued, so anywhere from 8 to 12 is a good start.
So we did 3 sort of 4 moves, easy moves that people can do. You can do most of those at home, I think.
Yeah, you can. I mean, most people will have a lighter resistance band than what we have here, but what you can do is if you have that anchor point, you can just wrap it around more to create more tension when you pull it across.
Okay, well thanks Matt.
No problem.
If you'd like to see this episode again, check it out on YouTube and we'll be back with more of Hit the Zone.